Greetings, fellow nomads of Vintage Story. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, Episode 3, Planning to Move to Pleasant Pastures. So while I'm in here, we've got cooking pot, 2 bowls, crucible, storage vessel, pickaxe, hammer. Let's make some other things while the cattails cook up. So I'm going to add some more firewood to it so that we get more cattails. So I'm going to make ingot molds. And then probably a pro pick, and I likely won't have the materials for an anvil, the clay, but I'll start one. Am I missing anything? I think that's it. I think ingots, pro pick, anvil is probably all I want. Alright, they're done. You don't really need an axe mold. I could do one, but it's I wouldn't say crucial. Once you have an anvil, you can make just about everything out of ingots. So an ingot molds. It does so. When you melt down crucible steel, you can pour them into ingots and then heat the ingots up in a forge. And then with the hot ingots, you can form just about anything you want on an anvil. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of like molds that I have because I don't necessarily want a ton of molds. With that said, I could skip the pro pick mold entirely and do a pro pick from an ingot. Maybe I'll do that. How much clay do I have? 40? Yeah, let's go straight to anvil. And I'll just, my first 2 ingots, I'll make a saw blade and a pro pick. And I'll probably abandon doing the anvil clay work forming as soon as it's daylight. It is 4 in the morning, so it should be daylight pretty soon. We got about halfway to copper tools, which is, I don't know, pretty good. I had higher expectations, but like, I'm alive, so, you know, that's something. My expectations might have been low, but they're pretty realistic. Being alive in Vintage Story, starting in November, is like, good enough. Oh, hey, Drifter. Them be drifter noises. Maybe I will just have enough. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have enough clay for this. Cool. And we'll put this one here. If you're wondering about the creepy music, it's just because it's dark out. Or it's dark in this little cave. The game thinks I'm in a cave because, like, I don't have a door. Which, yeah, it's a bit cave-like. Alright, I don't have the hay grass to finish this. One of the other requirements for metalworking is tongs. And I happen to have enough cattails for tongs. Oh, that was weird. I didn't let go. There we go. So here are the tongs that I will need once I'm melting crucible steel. Lean that up against there. You like my little hobbit hole? Well, thank you. And let's keep going with the rhizome roots. Should be kind of daytime now. Oh, hey, look at them. Oh, don't do that. Whoa! Ow! Okay, he got me. You want to fight? Alright, you're better at it than I am. There's another one too. Man, they're just camping me, aren't they? Okay, I don't have sticks. And you're just hanging out. Alright, fine. Bye now. Oops. What the? I didn't mean to take red currant bushes. I guess I'll get those kilns fired. Alright, 10 hay grass. Let's keep going. And I'll get the sticks and come back. Maybe these guys will push off. Before then. I just need to stay out of line of sight. So I don't enjoy being stabbed. I should at some point get some horsetail so that I can heal myself. Because I don't have any horsetail for poultices. That would be a wise pickup. Well, it's daytime, so that thing's not going to spawn anyone. So I'm going to come down this way to this lake shore, or pond shore, and look for some poultices. Or materials for poultices, I should say. Also, wouldn't be a bad idea to, I don't know if I'm going to get my spears back, so I'm going to quickly nap myself a new one. So I'm not running around the woods naked. Come on, turnips. Stack. Alright, there's horsetail off in the distance. Oh, there's horsetail right here. So 4 of these lovely horsetails and 2 cattail is a healing. And I have some cattails on me, so here we go. And I'm bandaging myself up so that my nutrition isn't used to heal me. Right? Because I'm trying to limit the amount of... Alright, wolves are west, got it. I'm trying to limit the amount of nutrition that I burn through to keep myself alive. Also, it's good to have a stack of bandages at any given time. So, now that we have that... Oh, that's a wolf. Chasing me? No? I think it was running by me to hunt some small critter that it had locked onto. That it's not actively coming at me. I think. Because if it was still chasing me, I'd know it by now. Okay, heading back home while also collecting sticks for the kiln. That's lovely. And then we'll go back to the hunt for copper. Cool. The bowsworn did leave. Collect my spears. I even have horsetail in my own backyard. That's nice. It's really not a terrible place to live. You can see them pelting my little hut. Oh, good, good, good. We have got some initial kiln burnings done. So here's my cooking pot. And bowls. So I have all these rhizomes. I'm going to stick them in the cooking vessel. Let's make some porridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So flax porridge with mashed turnip. Very hearty food, that. Oh, it still has latent heat. Interesting. There we go. That'll be tasty. And before I forget, hay in the anvil and hay in the ingots. I don't have the sticks for this yet, so let's keep collecting sticks while that cooks. And yes, I can't use their projectiles, so it's not free ammo. I can't pick it up or do anything with it. Hi, bud. Anvil and ingots. Oops. And the molds for the other things have just finished. Okay. Question for you all. So, what should I do next? Start farming or search for copper? One of the advantages of farming is the seasons are getting colder. So the sooner I start farming, probably the better. But if you think copper is worth the wait, I could do that too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bowl of this. Oops. Get a bowl of this good stuff. So this has a bunch of calories in it, and as my first cooked meal. I'll stick the rest back into the storage vessel. So the storage vessel is just like a general vessel of stuff I'm not currently using. Okay. You guys want me to start farming, I think? So I'm in agreement. I think that's probably a better use of my time. There's a few things that I'm going to want. One is potentially glacier ice to make an actual greenhouse. But two, I am going to want at least medium fertility soil. So let's resolve that. Current priority is start farming. And immediately what I'm going to want to do is find medium fertility soil, because I don't want to grow stuff on low fertility soil. It's a complete waste of time. It is November 3rd in game. The idea behind the series is that time will elapse in game roughly at the same speed as it will IRL. So Yeah. Oh, dope. Not that way. Oh, we have peat. Okay, let's mark that down. So peat doesn't get super hot when it burns, but it's a very cheap fuel source. So very nice to have peat. Some cranberries. A lot of cranberries. Still haven't spotted any medium fertility soil. Going where there's like vertical hill stacks like this tends to be... Whoop. New chunk. Tends to be a good way to spot it. Also checking if the rainfall in the area is like pretty good. It also increases the chance for high fertility soil, which is the best soil that you can get outside of crafting your own. So I'd completely be looking for high fert soil, if possible. That would be ideal. That would be the gold standard of farming. All right, I really haven't been looking... Hi, guy. I haven't really been truly looking for medium fertility soil, so let me get back to it. So it's going to be soil that's a little darker than the soil that we're looking at here. And crazy enough, I don't see any on the horizon. Once I find some, I can dig up a whole bunch of it, and then we'll be all right. I can also head towards the ice caps. Because in order to make a greenhouse, greenhouses can be 14 by 14 by 14 large, and then at least 50% of the roof needs to be a transparent tile. With that said, glacier ice is a totally valid way to build it. Little cheesy, but like whatever. I have to deal with winter temperatures. I might as well have some glacier ice to help me. So this is the gravel field that I was searching last night, but this time it's noon. And, ooh, I didn't mean to get that wet. With any luck, I'll start... Oh, there's, I think, medium fertility soil. No, that's still low. Boo. And it's going to be hard to get the glacier ice. But that comes... That's honestly could come a lot later. I don't need that anytime soon. Just because... Man, I really travel very far away from the base. Just because it's warm enough right now that ambient temperature will support farming, but like that won't be true for long. All right, rainfall is common in this area, so my chance to find better soil is increasing. I'm looking down here in the bottom left when I open that tab. Man, it is crazy that I haven't found decent soil. Luckily, I've been foraging a lot of berries, so... been worth my time. Oh, what is this? Granite sand. There's some pretty big oak trees. Or walnut, rather. Here's some medium fertility soil. That took a while. I I feel weird digging it up, considering high fertility soil is usually the treasure, but whatever. I'm not even going to mark this, because quite honestly, like, medium fertility soil isn't as rare as I just made it seem to be. I was just unlucky searching for it. And I want a lot of this stuff. I'm in a dry area, it makes sense. Actually, rainfall in my area is pretty common. Well, not where I am now. You make a fair point. Where I am now, it's common. Where I started, it's dry, which is likely the reason why I was struggling to find better soil. Which is, now that I'm like settling into potentially a base, it might make sense to relocate somewhere closer to here, because all I would need to do is to move my... There's really not much to move, like move the very little that I've set up with to this area where the rainfall is more common. So, question for you all. Should I consider moving? Yes or no? I could settle where I am now. Back to the southeast, or I could settle somewhere closer to where I currently am, where the rainfall's a bit better, and the soil is a bit richer. Oh, speaking of which, it's raining. Rainfall in my current area is very common, and I'm just, oh, I broke my shovel. I'm just looking around to see if I can't find high fert soil around here. Now, the bushes around this lake, I would not want to settle around, because it's provides perfect cover for predators to destroy my face. Ooh, we've got some wild mushrooms. Wine caps. But perhaps one of the lakes around here would be good to settle. So let's do a check here. The reason for this is it's close to forest, it's on a lake, good for farming. There's a trader here, and it's good. It's close to another shale field. So I see the votes pouring in for potentially move. So I'm gonna scout out like a new location, which might be easier to settle into. Because at the start of the game, like it was a blitz. It was a panic. I was just rushing to not die. And therefore I couldn't carefully consider factors at all. Whereas now that is no longer the case. So I can be a bit choosier about resettlement. Let's eat that meal. Oh, yes. I should be looking up periodically, seeing if I can't find, copper in the hills. The other advantage is the stone in this area is granite. And granite has a higher chance to spawn cassiterite. So I just found a peat field just north of one of those spots I thought might be good. Oh, and red clay. Okay. Not fire clay, but whatever. Still good stuff. A lot of wine cap mushrooms. This is looking promising. Rainfall in this area is very common still. There's red caps everywhere. There's nice cave systems, it seems. Still in granite. If you check the stones lying around, it will tell you what the underlying stone is. Alright, we got a lot of wild crops around here. A lot of cattails. Now, how close are the forests? I'd marked down a lake over here, which might be better. Really, any of these lakes are close enough to trees that I think they will do. My goodness, that's a lot of wild crop. Thought I saw 2 berry bushes. I am losing sunlight, but it seems like settling around here is a completely reasonable thing to do. We've got like sweeping hills and everything. It's pretty idyllic. So I'll poke about, see if there's a specific lake that calls to me, and that's the plan. I wouldn't mind being closer to the coast too, but there's not an intersection of coast, forest, and hills or plains. But the coast is just over that yonder, which is not so bad. And I'm also very close to shale fields. So yeah, let's pick a lake, and I'll hide this pole. I was kind of hoping to find high-fert soil around here. I was holding my breath for it. What does this look like? Oh, that's tame. I think this lake system over here is maybe the most open. Whoa! Okay. Mind the gap. Yeah, I got lucky with the fall damage. Although, that was nowhere near fatal distance for falling. It would have hurt normally. What is that creature there? Is that a deer curled up? Yeah, so I like this area. I think... Oh, is there... Hold on, how big is this? So this is granite rock. Oh, no. No, no, no. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot. Maybe not right there. Seems the cellar's a little spooky. Oh yeah, somewhere right around here. Seems to be pretty good. So... I think the plan is to head back home and then, like, do a little bit of a pack-up and just bring what I absolutely need and just settle in around here. There are some, like, vertical pits. I've already fallen into one. I've spotted a few others, so this area does advise caution. I like where I am right now. It's not actually close enough to the forests. I'm being picky, but trust me, it's worth being picky at this point. Because once you really start building, moving again is like an impossibility. Oh, we have some more red clay. Yeah, the horsetails are likely going to be closer to the forest. Over yonder. That, and I can always go into the forest, collect like a whole stack of... Oh, and more peat. Collect a whole stack of horsetail, and then bring it back. It's not a strategic resource I need to live near, in other words. Cabbage. All right. Cabbage seeds. And a bunch of flax grain. What else? More flax grain? Yep. I kind of like looking out on ruins. So I'm going to make the decision. We're not that far from the forest. To the north, there's trees. To the east, there's trees. To the southeast, there's gravel. This lake is going to be home. But let's get back to my starter shack. Oh, and it's literally on top of a peat field? Okay. Free fuel. Probably don't even need to mark this peat, because it's in my backyard. And what I'll do is I'll just dig out like a cave in the dirt, and then eventually I'll work on something more aesthetically pleasing once I'm not like starving to death. So let's mosey on home best I can without running into too much trouble. Ah, don't scare me like that. Them making scared noises scaring me. I guess it works. Deer. At some point I'll start hunting. I'm gonna want the capacity to keep the hides cool or process them. Got a bunch of different mushrooms here. Gotta be a little bit more cautious in on lakes like these, because this is where wolves like to stalk. So I need to cross north or swim across, but I'd rather not get frozen. So, ooh, hello. Got some copper. So I officially have enough for a pick or a hammer, but not both. Rainy around me still is very common, so it's still fertile. That sounded creepy. The deer tends to agree. Probably run it for me, but... Lots of animals, too. So once I start hunting in earnest, there seemed to be a lot of game. Which is, good. I probably didn't... Well, maybe all the medium fertility soil that I have in my inventory will be helpful for me to set up like a little cave. But I'll probably leave it behind, because medium fertility soil is really not uncommon, and I'm not going to want to fill my inventory with soil when I'm trying to move. Yeah, even the rain around me is common. I'm surprised I didn't find medium fertility soil more. Okay. So in the prep to move, let's think. After filling our bellies with another meal. Or two. I have pretty limited space, and I need to bring things that are important, like seeds and food. I do not necessarily need to bring, like, dry grass or dirt. So what I'm going to start to do is to throw out the things I don't need, and to keep the things I do. Like, use tools. I can make tools once I get there, as long as I have sticks and flint, so I don't really need to move with tools, for instance. So there's a bunch of... the stuff to potentially leave behind. I'm going to want to dig out my charcoal, because it's done. Oh, there was medium for... Oh, no, that's not medium fertility. So dig out the charcoal, take all of the clay forms, you know, take the seeds, and leave most everything else behind. Just the things that are harder to replace. So there goes the dirt. Dirt. Hay grass. Extra spears. Axe. Knife. Keep the sticks and flint. Hopper. Seeds. Alright, in terms of berries, only big stacks of berries are probably going to matter. The smaller stacks, not so much. Because I'll just eat them. It's a little annoying to make wooden tongs, so I'll keep it if I can. And start to take the molds. So some of the molds aren't even done. I'm going to have to wait for them to finish. And let's dig up the charcoal now while I wait for things to keep cooking. So current priority, prep to move. So in order to melt crucible metals, the most crucible metals need, unless it's like lead or whatever, most crucible metals need to get up to about 1,000 Celsius, which firewood does not get to. So you are required to make charcoal or to find anthracite, which is black coal, or lignite, which is brown coal, in order to make the crucible metals. So I have 20 charcoal now. That's not bad. I could actually move in the middle, like, of the night, but I'd like for the anvil mold and the ingot molds to finish. Let's see what else I can fit. Fire starter I don't really care about, now that I have a torch. I'll bring the cranberries, the flaxseed, the flax. Maybe I will ditch the tongs. I can make new ones. Wild rhizomes. I'm gonna ditch. I'll keep the cattail root? Maybe? So let's see. I definitely want the cooking pot. I want the bowls. I can leave the shovel behind. I'm gonna want the storage vessel. I don't... Ooh. You know, I'm gonna bring the turnips instead of the cattail root. So I'm gonna want the storage vessel. So I have, right now, 2 slots open, and I want to bring 3 things, right? I want the pit kiln, the ingots, and the storage vessel. So I have to ditch something in my current inventory. Probably sticks. If I had to pick one thing. Because I can get sticks. Alright. Feels a little weird because I'm sitting here. What I could do is, yeah, buy bandages. I could even ditch bandages too. Is, if I had a reed basket, I could make multiple trips because I could keep things here. I just don't have a storage container for the stuff here at home. Maybe I will try to make multiple trips. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to set the wooden tongs up. Anything that I can leave behind, like the molds, because they can be placed on the ground, I'll leave here for now and come back for them. Moving more of the food over, because food is definitely going to be something I'm going to want a lot of. I could have just right-clicked that. Okay. So I'm going to make my first trip in the middle of the night, and then come back for the stuff that is currently on the kiln. Alright, and my flax can stack. Maybe I'll bring the sticks, so I can make tools on the go. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream of mine. Farewell, my fellow Vintage Story Serifs.